Perry saw red flags. He saw videos. He saw everything.
But he didn't have options. There was nobody in the house to move to.
There was Ajwa Black.
Oh,
You could snatch.
Perry and Ajwa Black.
Someone who
You can snatch.
You are saying Ajwa Black.
They weren't
Perry
official.
is the one warning Akorfa against Ajwa Black, and you want him to go for.
Yes, they
Ajwa
weren't.
Black.
Nobody was official in that house.
Oh, no.
Hey.
I think he didn't have the balls. Because if you have the balls, you can. Ohiniba Erama was on talking stage
Ajwa
with
Black.
Van Dyke, but
I think
Ohiniba made a bold step. I still think.
I never saw that
No.
coming.
So let's not act like Perry is a calm person. Perry doesn't like.
He's in nature. He's actually calm. So he's using what
Perry
God has given him to work on
Perry
it.
doesn't like
That's just
hurting
it.
people. No, he's hurting people. Perry is actually hurt. No, you don't like hurting people. You are hurting people. You don't. Somebody that don't disrespect you. You say the person disrespects you. The person that doesn't allow you to talk. Now you were able to move the person to another option. You give your flower to somebody else, and then you go back to do things with the person. Don't you think you're hurting somebody? You claim you don't want to hurt Akorfa. You claim you don't want to hurt people. You claim you feel bad when people are hurt. You claim you're not a type who would just let go of somebody. You would always be there so that the person.
It was a moment. That's how we say.
No,
They enjoyed the moment.
It's not a moment.
It's
It's not a moment.
That is why
you're hurting
It was a
somebody
moment.
else. You claim you don't want to do this, but you're doing it.
Ohiniba has also been in a similar situation.
That's
Yeah.
So it's like, I've been there,
Yeah,
so
so
I know
you- okay,
how
yeah,
it feels
yeah,
to
yeah,
be there.
yeah,
So I'm the best person to advise you on that.
But he's doing well, though.
Yeah. Moments ago, he was still talking to
Condon.
telling
Condon,
Condon how she needs to forgive Perry because the boy is sorry. And ever since she came into the house, or they became together, they've all seen a part of Perry they've never seen before.
Oh, but that's true.
Yes, we all
Yeah,
saw
we've all
it.
saw it. Yeah, we've all seen it.
It's like he's coming out from whatever he until all these things that happened. And I honestly feel that with everything that has happened, if you don't take time, the boy is going to go back to that
Old Perry.
old
Hey.
Perry again.
Yeah.
You should go.
At this point, Perry
Yeah,
is
tight.
carrying the whole world on his head.
Because you paired with somebody who brought the best in you, and then you go back to kiss somebody who brought the worst in you. It doesn't make sense.
And the board members are back. It's been a long week. Guys, welcome to PMXtra Convo. My name is Malice Kellen, and the entire court is back to discuss what has been happening in Big Mama's house over the past week. We've heard from the Saturday live show, the Friday live show. We've also had intense drama build up in Big Mama's house that is yet to be explained by the housemates proper this week. But we are here to also give our take. We call it the fans POV. So welcome. If you want to give your brand and product leverage, make sure you contact or WhatsApp the number on the screens. We have people on standby to receive your calls and also to accept your message, to receive your messages. So we promote your brands for you.
Sorry.
It's time to introduce my people, board members. Remember board members.
So I'm Akosia.
Hey. I'm Nanama.
And I'm King.
Yeah, and I'm Alice Kellen as always. Welcome, guys.
Thank
How has your
you.
week been? How has your week been? Watching PMXtra.
Oh, my week has been so stressful watching PMXtra because a lot of things happened during the week. A whole lot of drama from here, cooking from left, right, center. You don't know where it's starting from, everything. So, Charlie, the week has been so stressful and I enjoyed it because
Drama
I signed up for it.
intense.
Yeah.
Nanama.
It's been stressful. These housemates, they've stressed me this week with the
I
drama.
literally didn't sleep.
You said you wanted drama.
Yes, but I've been stressed. Justice for me.
King.
I think that's what we signed up for. So yeah, I think this week the drama has been intense and all these stuffs, and we are loving it, especially me.
For me, it's just the fact that the drama just happens at midnight when I'm supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah.
The whole day, nothing happens. Like everybody's cool. Then
It's like they don't want us to
midnight,
sleep.
You see why I
they
said
all-
justice for
They
me?
all switch up. They don't consider
Activate.
our mental health. Let's talk about the Thursday task that they had, the mental health
that's
drama. What's your honest review about the winners, especially?
They won by 3 points. That was so close because the group one actually did so well. But I feel their group's presentation was something which is normal. Like we've all seen it's bullying, going through some things. But as for group 2, their own was about postpartum. Yeah, so
depression.
I think that was what differentiated between the two groups. Since the judges had only 3 marks,
difference
so
between-
like it was really, really intense, and it was very emotional. Like
Did
we
you
said it
cry?
last week that we were gonna cry.
Cry.
But I was not gonna cry. No.
You didn't cry?
No.
Oh, okay, did you?
No, I didn't.
So
I
how
just
did you- how did
enjoyed
you-
it and flowed with it.
How
Yeah.
did you find the acts on that day?
Big ups to all the
Nah,
groups,
yeah.
the 3 groups. I think everybody did well.
Yeah.
Everybody played their role very well and all these stuff. But I actually enjoyed Tyler. The last group.
Skidoo.
Skidoo and Tyler's performance a lot. But big ups to everyone.
I personally
think.
felt that drama was tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Honestly,
dry.
it was so
It
normal.
was so normal. There was nothing
Skidoo,
enticing.
skidoo.
There was nothing enticing. This is just my opinion.
no,
There was
no.
nothing
Hey.
enticing about that particular drama,
wonderful.
if to be honest. No.
So I think I watched midway when they were almost done. I like the group 2, the winners. I like the act because Naya did so well. You could feel that she was all in. It was so real. It was real to watch and all of that. So big ups to Naya.
She actually said her
She
sister went
acted.
through it.
She
That's
acted,
why.
for someone who has never acted
Acted,
before,
exactly.
she did so well. So
Yeah.
I'll give it to her. They did well, actually.
But did you see the hug between Kiki and?
I was even coming to Kiki. Kiki has consistently dominated the task. She won again.
Yeah.
I don't know what is accounting for that, but she's doing so well on
Yeah.
this.
Yes. You see, she says she doesn't like to lose. So when it comes to tasks like this, she wants to put in her all.
in all.
Yeah. And because last week is something she's a nurse. So she knows
midwife.
She's a midwife. So she knows how these things go. So
And you know-
she bringing that idea of that was so.
And you know their
so-
drama is relatable too. So
Yes,
it's an
it was
everyday
really-
thing. So
You see that one, we see the signs, but we don't know that this is
What the
what's-
person is
yeah.
going through.
So
Right.
they bringing it to light was like, oh, okay, that's really nice. So yeah,
I learned some few words though.
yeah. But I really enjoyed that hug with Oheneba and
in
Kiki.
From
You
mischievous
see the way
reasons.
it grabbed her.
Grab, yeah. That's how you grab the things you
Yeah.
want in life. The live show. We're expecting a lot of drama. I mean, from everything that has happened over the weekend, from the broken hearts,
The 2 a.m.
the
broken hearts.
2 a.m. broken heart. We were anticipating that Friday live show.
Yeah.
What was your take?
I would say actually I was expecting a lot, but I don't know what happened. The housemate decided to open up a day before the live show, so we didn't really get that drama. But my take on the live show would be Blanco's
Broken
Blanco being rejected.
and also being rejected by
Yeah,
AJ Black and all
yeah.
these stuff. Yeah, I think
I
I,
didn't
saw
even
it
expect.
coming.
No,
I didn't see that
it
coming, no.
Yeah,
Really? You
also-
didn't?
I saw that
didn't.
coming.
see it coming.
I felt something like that could happen.
I didn't.
I
Honestly.
actually thought they were just playing along.
You see,
yes, they
within
didn't like
the
each
week-
other that much, but they were just playing
Within
along.
the
so I
week,
didn't see
Ajah
it
Black
coming.
kept saying, "You and I, we've broken up, we've broken up. But I
Really?
wasn't
Yes, the
like,
flags were there.
I was like,
Yeah.
where from this? But maybe I thought it was just some play,
I
some
remember
jokes,
prior
some
to
jokes.
the live show, I was telling a few people that we might just see the first Rose rejection of PMXtra
Yeah,
this week.
yeah.
This
Now-
week.
Okay.
And so I wasn't so much surprised when it happened. When it happened,
It shocked
Yeah.
me.
it was expected.
I was
because
shy. I was shy.
prior
of
to the live
Blanco's
show,
behalf.
prior to the live show, AJ Black constantly made the point that Blanco is not giving the energy he wants. He doesn't like Blanco
Yeah.
and all that. So
Yeah.
that was your
Yeah,
highlight
yeah,
for
that was
the
my
Friday
yeah.
live show.
Yeah. Oh, Friday night, I had popcorn beside me. Oh, it was a whole movie. It was an Indian movie. Everything was just happening like flash, everything. I was so happy everything went on. But I think because of the time, a lot of things were not.
Yeah, because they had just
Yeah, a lot of
Saturday.
things were not said. But I really enjoyed it. Saturday, we got to know Perry Stans giving his roses to Condon, Akorfa's expose, going exact. Oh, Charlie. It was intense.
It was intense.
It was
Remember?
intense.
Oh, I didn't actually expect Perry to give his flowers to Condom because you know Perry, he's not stable. He can do anything, anyhow, anytime.
I mean,
I actually know
everybody
it was
scared.
going to go like that because you woke someone up 2
In the
a.m.
middle
to
of-
give her.
a week before that week, Perry saw red flags. He saw
And still
videos. He saw
went
everything.
in.
And
But he
still
didn't
went
have
in.
options. There was nobody in the house to move to.
There was
So that
there was
was-
Ajwa Black.
Oh,
You could snatch.
Perry and Ajwa Black.
Someone who
You can snatch.
you are
From
saying
fry pan
Ajwa
to
Black.
fire.
They weren't
Perry
official.
is the one warning
No, no, no,
Akorfa
no.
against Ajwa Black,
They-
and you want
no,
him to go for.
Yes,
Ajwa
they weren't.
Black.
Nobody was official in that
Oh
house.
no.
Hey.
Ajwa
I
Black
think
was-
me.
no,
I
no,
think.
no,
Well,
no,
I
no.
think he didn't have the balls. Because if you have the balls, you can. Ohiniba Erama was talking to
But
was on talking stage
Ajwa
with
Black.
Van Dyke, but
I think
Ohiniba
no.
made a bold step. No,
No,
I still think.
I never saw that.
No.
Coming. What's your take? What's your take on Perry and Condon's move?
I think was it a day before or was it that same
dawn.
day? That dawn.
That dawn.
Yeah, I think I wasn't surprised Perry giving his rose to Condon because I think we saw everything serving Aquafar breakfast. as early as
Me, I
2
still didn't
a.m.
believe in
That
Perry
was wild.
because Perry is not a
So
stable person.
I wasn't really shocked. Yeah, but
I wasn't
How should I
shocked.
put it? I was also say what's the name? Condon to I don't know how she did it, but big ups to Condon and big ups to Perry too. Like that was wild.
That thing, that's what happened. It wasn't Condon, no. It was Perry who pushed it. So it's not
think,
Condon.
you know, if-
it was Perry that went straight. You see, because he had Ja and Kiki and Black Angela were giving him the go ahead to move to this person, move
Yeah.
to this person. You understand?
You know-
so that was the kind of force
Catalyst.
Yes, he had from behind.
So me, I
whatever
wasn't,
that
as I
happened
said,
there
I
was-
wasn't expecting
was
anything from
this
Perry.
thing was
I was still expecting
Perry's
Perry to
this thing.
choose Akorfa well. So when he went,
I would say that a lot
when
of
he
his
went-
fans were actually scared he was going to.
Yeah,
give
still
the-
choose Akorfa
Akorfa,
because you
yeah.
know. So when he went to give the rose to Condon, I was like, wow, okay, let's see, still cry. No, you see, he's still misbehaving. So, anyways,
Things are not just there. It will get better.
he's still
It will get
misbehaving.
better. The HOH game, Bogdan is our new HOH. What do you make of his reign so far, King?
How
He's
should
being
I
too
put it?
authoritative.
I know Bogdan is your guy.
Yeah, but
Hey.
I think he's doing too much.
Yeah.
He's doing too much.
Yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
authoritative.
Why?
I think
Yes.
he's been on them and all these stuffs. I think I watched a clip where he went to call what's the name? Condon to come and
Yeah,
wash some
the plates.
utensils and all
And
these
that morning,
stuff.
Condon actually did the dishes.
I like,
Actually,
I
that
like
week-
what
that
Condon
week-
did. I like it.
That week.
and all these and this jollof bruha forcing all these housemates to eat
That
it
one
and
can
all these
By
Okay.
stuff.
force, we should eat
Oh,
something
yeah,
that
you
is
have
not
to
nice.
finish the
With
food.
the-
Something that is not nice.
With
You have
the,
to finish it.
Oh
Bob
no,
and
you can't
Condon
force me to
issue.
eat it.
I understand that both of them were on duty to do dishes in the kitchen.
That very day.
Then Bog got HOH.
Yes.
So the thing was, Bog was trying to reassign her to continue.
It was
Yeah,
actually
But
Bob
she
was
had-
supposed to
she
do
had
that.
already done something in the morning. She had already cleaned the kitchen and all of that.
She was
in the
actually
morning.
on
Yes,
duty
So
for
she had
that
already
week.
done that. So why
So
do
you
still
can
want
see
her
that
to do
every
something
morning,
again because
every
you
morning
want
she's
HOH?
she's there washing
It
dishes
wasn't-
and
it
everything.
didn't make
Uh-huh.
sense.
So that HOH day, she washed. So later on, when they cooked, it was supposed to be the next person that will wash.
Yeah.
But it was Bog and he had the HOH now.
So
So
now
now
you are
he's
imposing.
saying,
Right?
and she was
Okay.
like, "No, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do
And
it."
she
And then I
If
stand
you're not
with her.
gonna,
I stand
and
with
you
her.
see what he
Yeah.
said. You don't talk to a lady like that. If you don't do it, then you will still wash it.
Say, I'm
Yeah.
talking to you.
But
Hey,
like
you're
he-
talking to you,
he
yeah.
went back to
you don't talk to
apologize.
me.
Yeah, you know what you did was wrong.
He
you
went
know.
back to apologize. That's,
It
I think
wasn't. It
that's
wasn't.
like the
But
brighter
his
side of
reign
it.
is
Yeah.
being too
Autocratic.
authoritative. Yeah.
I mean, we've
Before-
watched other HOH. It wasn't like this.
It wasn't like this.
Yeah.
Before we even move to the major drama of the week, let's talk about the food in the house. We've gotten very mixed signals about Naya's food in Big Mama's house.
This is the second time.
The first
No,
time it was
this
a-
one that's
Tom
Tom
Brown.
Brown.
Tom Brown.
Tom
Some
Brown was
said
the
it was
first.
oily, some said it was salty.
Tom Brown oily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also some
Did
of
she
the
put
housemates
oil?
said-
Only God knows what
don't
they
know.
were
We don't know
eating.
how the oil got to the Tom Brown.
And now it's an issue
And then
with the
Katia
jollof.
Roa or Chiana.
They said the jollof. Someone said the way he anticipated the jollof, it didn't turn out. He's disappointed.
Because she's a fine girl, she needs to know
Do
how
you
to cook.
think it's good for the housemates, or it's right on the side of the housemates to be saying this only at the back of Naya?
I think it's her friends that have to
Tell her the
tell
truth.
her what the
it's shocking
housemates
to
are
know
saying.
that some of her friends also like Van and the rest
Are not telling
are
her.
not telling
I don't.
yeah.
Van is not close to Naya. Van is close to Bogdan.
Bogdan.
Done, okay.
You understand? Those close to Naya are
Larissa.
Larissa.
I think Black
So
Angela.
so it's Larissa and Black Angela.
No, Angela is
that
not
had
close to Naya. It's
Tell her
Larissa
that
and Black.
this is it. This is how the thing is going. That the housemates are complaining about it. Even if not the Tom Brown, the jollof. what happened today.
Charlie, jollof
Like,
is not an easy food to make.
It's hard. The housemates are complaining it's hard. Some people saying it's
Some
nice.
have
say
to
it's so
spray
Some also
water on
said
it
it's
and
microwave
microwave
it.
it. Gets
So
sauce.
I
Charlie.
think you see, we make mistakes, certain things. Like we make mistakes when we are cooking. So it happens.
But
But
I
at least if you find out something like this, just prompt the person. Don't go back and
But
be
my issue
saying
is
it.
that
I mean, this is the second
ever
time.
since
It's more
this
than
season
two.
started, I
It's
can
more than
literally
two.
count the
Then
number
it's
of
not a
people who
mistake.
cook in the house.
Yeah.
Yes, if it happens
If it-
more than twice, then it's not a mistake.
Of course,
You just
of
don't
course,
know
Of
how
course,
to
but
do it.
course.
it's cooking. You can't predict.
Exactly, but I also feel like they need to tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even if you can't tell her, then someone else should take up the cooking.
It should
If you
Bob
feel-
because Bob was sitting there when they were all talking about the
it.
food not.
So that's
Because when
so-
Shah was manning the kitchen, we never had any.
I'm sure her
Yeah.
husband too feels the same way about the cooking thing, but he doesn't
Personally,
know how to go
on
about
Saturday, I want the
it. He
housemates to
doesn't
be
know how
asked
to go about it.
if
About
they
the
really
food.
enjoy her food. So everything is clear.
That they didn't enjoy it.
And he keeps
Exactly,
forcing.
because it's
He
the
keeps
second
forcing
time.
them to take some particular food, and he goes to hot food and milk. Then he comes back and
Bread.
saying we are all eating this. And
He was complaining about this same thing when Akorfa was HOH.
but Naya was
That
also
people-
complaining that I can't be eating this every time because my stomach. And other housemates are also complaining about
About
the
your
same thing.
food.
But you don't want to listen to the other housemates, but you want to listen to your woman's own, which is making the other housemates
thing-
There
feel
are some
like
people I've
ah.
not seen cooked in the house before.
But
Like-
those who have
and-
cooked, at least people praised the people.
Exactly.
I mean, Erama cooked.
Yes,
and people
Erama
were like,
cooked.
you
People
should
were-
be on Magran's show. Like your food is nice. Your love too as well. First, it was nice, but you see, so that means
So
that
she should just stop cooking.
exactly stop wasting
You can't
food.
stop her.
You can't stop saying.
You can't allow one person at this point. Who are the people
You
who
don't know
cook in
how
the
to cook.
house?
Simple, don't
we
go
have
to the
three people
kitchen.
that cook in the house. We have Ja.
Oh.
We have
Larissa.
Larissa
Larissa.
cooks.
we have Larissa.
Larissa cooks
Then we
too.
have
Erama
a
cooks.
Rama. Then we have a Naya joining. Do you
Naya
understand?
shouldn't join. There are enough people to cook. Why?
But if those three people are not available, what happens?
you cook, they can't
Yesterday
eat.
they were
And
supposed
you're
to eat
forcing them
beans.
to eat. This is
They
not
were supposed
nice.
to eat beans yesterday. Sha said he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Larissa says she's not going to be there. Erama says she's not going to be there. So who goes? They were sitting there,
Where's
sir.
Black?
Nobody went
And they
there.
decided on
Black.
jollof.
So Ja had to just enter the kitchen and go and cook. Do you understand?
So we all sit
when
and not
he-
eat. Simple.
Well, I think that's that's of the situation.
Because if I don't feel like cooking and you don't feel like cooking and all of that, well,
Then we'll
me,
not eat,
I'll
we'll
never
fast.
feel like not cooking when I'm hungry.
But I just feel like they have to prompt
You don't
her,
have to.
that's
No,
all.
this is the case. You don't have to buy stuffs, cooking stuff.
But Naya has cooked in that house for them to
Yeah.
eat, and they were all okay.
Which food
But
was
that's why I
that? Which food was that?
She prepared a spaghetti rice with.
Spaghetti na yeduane a ye no a ye mistake.
No,
ana.
don't say that. Don't say
Sister
that.
Jaja.
Don't say that.
No, spaghetti that you have to
say
put
that,
water on
nah.
fire, then put it.
We
No.
cook. We all cook, and there are sometimes we make mistakes.
Sister, twice isn't a mistake.
No, are you telling me since you've been cooking, everything has been on
Twice
point?
isn't a mistake.
No, don't
You
do
know
that.
Back
you
to
are.
back.
Don't do that.
No, you are
I'm
outside the.
enjoying 2 years.
Don't do
right?
that
You are
because
outside the
you're
world.
a lady,
No,
I'm a lady.
I'm
We
a lady.
cook. We
Listen.
don't get it right
Listen,
every
you are
time.
outside the world.
No.
See,
We
I'll
don't
use-
get
I'll
it
use myself.
right every
No, I'll
time.
use myself.
And besides, you are cooking in a large number.
Let me use myself.
It's a large
Last 2
quantity.
days, forget it.
No.
Me, my toe
You're cooking for 60
My
people.
I'm telling
No,
you,
no,
I have
no,
sold
wait.
food
See,
before.
It's okay.
yeah,
And I
don't
didn't
worry.
even sell one food.
Don't
I
worry.
sold white
Pepper
rice. I
school.
sold
Don't
fried
worry.
rice.
Pepper school.
I
Don't
sold
worry.
jollof.
We
I make
cook.
sure I cook.
We have
I cook
chefs.
all of these foods. I'm not a chef. I've never
We
even
have
been-
chefs. They
I
even
have
make
never been
mistakes.
to-
I am actually
no,
enjoying.
I've never been to
We have
No.
chefs. Chefs cry, they make
I
mistakes.
have
What
never
are you
been to a
saying?
catering school before, but I cook all these foods before 7 p.m. and I cook so well.
Yes,
I am not
Magran's
saying I am perfect, but I am saying that
2 times in a
two
row.
times. First,
is-
Tom Brown,
Yeah.
and the spaghetti. I shall give you spaghetti pa. And you are
No,
going
it
to-
was spaghetti.
No, I shall
No,
give
you're
you.
cooking in a large
That's why I said
number.
I'm going to use
Let me ask
myself.
you.
As
Do
2
you
days
cook?
ago. No,
Do you-
I'm
Yeah,
coming,
I
Malice.
cook.
No,
You
I'm
cook,
coming.
yeah.
Malice, I'm
Do
coming.
you cook?
Mistakes
Yeah, I
happen.
No,
So the bottom line is 2 times a row for you. 2 times a row.
It's
no
not a mistake.
Okay,
So the
no
house
worries.
should
Tom
tell-
Brown.
Sorry, it's
so the-
okay.
It's okay. It's
Who
okay.
uses spaghetti?
It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's move on.
My
Let's
dear.
talk about Tuesday's drama.
And every day you
Yeah.
are making mistakes.
When you got to know that the housemates were aware or had become aware of the kissing thing, let me call it the kissing scandal
Yeah.
between Akorfa and Penny.
Kiss at one.
What was your reaction at the first time when you got to know the housemates are all aware now?
Initially, I wasn't really shocked the housemates were aware because it's is we are talking about Akorfa, and obviously Akorfa's bestie is AJ Black.
Yes. And
Obviously,
she's aware.
Akorfa will feed AJ Black, and we all know who AJ Black's close friend is, which is Blanco.
And Blanco.
And we know who Blanco is. Yeah, so the housemates finding out, I'm not really shocked. But we, the fans, later finding out that there have been multiple cases, like 2 or 3 cases. That was where I was like, yo, Perry.
Aquafar.
Yeah, Perry, did you really do this?
But do you believe that?
He confirmed it.
Perry didn't deny.
He confirmed
He didn't
it.
deny.
The fact that Perry didn't deny
But
He said yes.
let me
Confirmed
take it from let's look at how the things happened. The housemate got to know. So Condon overheard that. You know, someone went to tell her. She
Yeah.
overheard a conversation, and that's
Between
what she got to know.
she overheard a conversation between Akorfa and Ajwa Black.
So she got to know.
Yeah.
Who condone?
Condon got to know. So then the housemates all became aware, and they were making mockery of the entire situation in the kitchen. Naya even said that, how would you feel if they play your dates or your match kissing another person on their live show? How would you feel? So Aquafar got it of the discussion going on in the kitchen and rushed in to come and ask what was going on. So as at that point, she herself didn't know that the other housemates were aware.
Yeah.
So the issue now became very big, and Condon went to confront. I think he went to confront Perry, or Perry.
They were discussing about their task, where out of the blue, Condon asked, "When did you kiss Akorfa?"
Exactly. That's
And Akorfa was in the rumors at that point, so she heard her name, and she didn't want to get into that.
Interact.
Yeah, so she went to call Bogdan. So that's how Bogdan came in.
no, that was even later. Oh.
That was
That was later. The initial thing happened, and they had a conversation. So that was when Perry actually told Condon that yes, they kissed, and he narrated everything. And Ohiniba and Erama were also in the mix, and they got to know of everything.
Okay, so now
Exactly. What we did, however, got to know is that the kissing happened in the HOH washroom.
Yeah.
We didn't see that. Every other thing Perry said was actually true. The only mistake he did was not to explicitly state the number of times they had the kiss. And even in his account, he made mention that he was very tipsy. So most of the conversation Akorfa had with her, he has forgotten. But the kiss there, he remembered they kissed. But what the conversation was about, he was gone. So I'm thinking, not to hold brief for him, but if Akorfa is saying that they've kissed more than once, and it was all on that Saturday, could it be like that? Because everything happened the dawn of Saturday, they were still tipsy from the Friday night party. Could it be that the kiss happened when he was tipsy and he didn't recollect that one again?
So what I'm saying is, the kiss being more than 3 times confirmed to me was when he was speaking to Kiki yesterday. You see, he was trying to explain himself to everybody. So it got to Kiki's
He was
turn.
actually apologizing to everybody.
Yeah. So it got to Kiki. You see, he and Kiki, they already have a beef because of what Akorfa said.
Yeah.
So she was also trying to find out from his side what's happened. So in that conversation, he was like, he was tipsy though.
Yeah.
But he did that. You see, he said he felt hurt and he felt Akorfa was hurt. So he did that to like calm her down, like to don't do you understand? So it happened more than once. And so to him, that thing happening, he wasn't expecting Akorfa to go and tell someone else.
How?
At least he should, like, do you understand?
How?
But you know it's a game and they're all in the house.
Yeah.
Akorfa, you just
Strategy,
dumped her. So she definitely
also
had to
needs
tell.
something to stand on.
So
How do you say that? How do you say that you want to calm someone else with a kiss if you really do not want to kiss the person?
You know, Perry is a soft guy, and he doesn't want to be the reason why someone is going through pain.
Yeah.
Because he also explained that because of the crash down that happened during the drama they acted the day before.
Yeah.
And Akorfa broke down.
Yes.
He didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
Yeah,
it's true.
cause that again. But the breakup had to happen because
Yes,
he wanted
because
to
he wanted
actually
to move on. Yeah.
He wanted to move.
Yeah. If there was nobody in the house, he would have still stuck with Akorfa because of the story.
Yeah.
There are so many ways to calm people down. There are so many ways. You know that you've given your flower to somebody else. You are with somebody else. I think it is only right to respect the person. The person is still in the house. You don't go about.
If it had happened before giving the flowers to
exactly
Convo,
because this is a girl.
You couldn't stop this thing because they were all in the same room.
This is a girl who has constantly,
after the show,
disrespected you.
After the show, they were tipsy.
No, you don't. That is not an excuse.
Tipsy is confirmed because everybody confirmed they were both tipsy.
Are you telling me that
see,
when you get
there was
tipsy?
On Saturday, we saw a clip where they were all German. Where Aquafar came downstairs and went to the laundry room and called Nigel and to call Perry. And Perry went. So Nigel telling Perry that Akorfa they call you for the washroom inside. Perry didn't hesitate. He just stood up and he left.
And he said when he went there, Akorfa was doing his things again.
Yeah.
Crying, trying to be like, he said, no, but that one, nothing happened because he left. And this was the morning after when
you entered there, you could see that when Ohinba was going to the wash, it's like there are 3 rooms there. Ohinba was going to the washroom and got to the second one and was like Peregrino. So you could see that Perry waited and he came out. Then he saw that nobody was there,
So
and
he
still
knew
went
what he
back
was
there.
doing. He
So
knows
it
what
means
he's doing.
something transpired there that we don't know what
Perry
exactly
knows what
went
he's
on
doing.
there.
But both of them have accounted and stated that as for the washroom down there, nothing happened.
You people shouldn't blame alcohol for anything. Perry knows what he's doing.
This was even the morning after the alcohol.
But then she said something that I wanted to question her, but she moved on. I'm saying that you are saying because he's tipsy, so you are justifying the fact that
It's not just one person that was tipsy.
Whatever he did because he's tipsy, is all right. No,
He also said he was feeling hurt, so you can't.
he was feeling
justify
hurt about
this.
what?
About the whole situation.
So do we have to agree that Perry is playing a strategy? Perry has a strategy in all of this.
Of course,
Perry knows
everybody
what
has a strategy.
Everybody has a strategy.
So let's not act like Perry is a calm person. Perry doesn't like.
He's in nature. He's actually calm. So he's using what God has given you to work on
Perry
it.
doesn't like
That's
hurting
it.
people. No, he's hurting people. Perry is actually hurt. No, you don't like hurting people. You are hurting people. You don't. Somebody don't disrespect you. You say the person disrespects you. The person doesn't allow you to talk. Now you were able to move the person to another option. You give your flower to somebody else, and then you go back to do things with the person. Don't you think you're hurting somebody? You claim you don't want to hurt Akorfa. You claim you don't want to hurt people. You claim you feel bad when people are hurt. You claim you're not a type who would just let go of somebody. You would always be there so that the person.
It was a moment. That's how we would say. They enjoyed the moment.
It's not a moment.
It's
not a moment.
That is why
you're hurting
it was a
somebody
moment.
else. You claim you don't want to do this, but you're doing it. That means you now.
And so that's why after the morning, the following morning, they claim yes,
nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
He left.
Yes,
he didn't
that's
continue
it.
with that.
What claim Bibiana Adenam? It's good. It's
Do
good.
you actually think he's using what he has as a strategy?
Yes.
To get to the
Use
top?
what God gave to you.
Perry, one of the diary sections, Big Mama asked Perry, what's your
The strategy.
And he was like,
Calmness.
Fine.
Yeah.
Well,
And he's paying
that's-
it well.
Then it's working
okay.
for him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's working for
at the
him,
end of
so
the
it's
day,
nice.
why did Akorfa also
Allow
Becky
yourself.
to
Thank
come?
you.
No, I understand from Akorfa's point of view.
Why did
Because
Akorfa
she's
also
left
allow
alone.
her?
She's left alone, so she also needs something to stand on.
she's
To also
left
calm
Akorfa
down.
was not tipsy.
When Akorfa said
Akorfa was
you
not
are
tipsy.
being biased here right now.
No,
That's what you
Akorfa
are
was
doing.
not tipsy.
No,
We watched the
no,
pool
you're
party.
being
Did you see-
partial.
did you
No,
see
that's what you
Akorfa?
are doing now because your
No,
fave
no,
is
no, no.
Perry's. That's what you are doing now.
No, this is not about fave.
That is why.
No, wait.
That
see,
is your
me,
fave. That's
me,
why you are
see,
doing that.
King, see, let's take this as
No,
an
we are
example.
not taking anything
We are
because
we are
it's your
into a
fave.
relationship. And
Yeah.
let's take Perry and Aquafar situation as an example. And you downed me right on stage on a live show. You gave your flower to someone else. How do you expect me to feel? I'll feel so hurt, so bad. Like in my mind, I don't want to see you around me. Like you should vanish from me. Do you understand? So everything about you would be so annoying to me. So in the first place, even though you guys were in the same room, why would you allow yourself to like in a washroom? Or who went to the washroom first? Who called the second person to the washroom? What
question.
went
Akorfa,
on there?
he explained-
What transpired in the
Akorfa-
washroom before the kiss started? Because you not just get to the washroom and start kissing.
kissing, yeah,
You
that's
understand?
the
So
thing.
something happened.
Did you hear the fact
understand?
that Akorfa also
Akorfa,
said-
if I was Akorfa, I would not even I'll not even look at Perry in the washroom.
That's what I'm telling you. She's left alone.
I can't
She's
stand
left
Perry
alone, so she will do
in
it.
the washroom.
She's left
Do
alone,
you
so she will
understand?
do
I
it.
can't
She needs
stand
something
Perry.
to
No,
stand
she's
on.
left alone,
So
so
she
she will
needs
do
something
it.
to stand on. So I feel that was deliberate. That
No, no,
she
no.
did. It was deliberate.
Perry is actually
Honestly.
doing this purposely because Akorfa said, when Akorfa was explaining to the people in the room, in the bedroom, Akorfa said, when Perry does whatever he does with Condon, and then Obe pulling it aside where nobody is watching to explain
But
why
she also
he's...
finished what she wanted to do with Perry before you came out.
I
to
mean,
come
let
and
me
tell
talk.
me.
Let
You
me-
understand?
Let me-
That
Akorfa,
is it.
no, now I'm siding with Akorfa. The fact that Akorfa says that Perry will play victim when there are people, and then behind Perry will do things and make Akorfa look
So
like
that is what we are
"Oh, no,
saying,
you're a
that
bad person."
the case
So
had
now-
happened more
more
than.
than-
And
exactly.
so
So now I'm
the case happening more than
So
one.
I'm
It
saying-
made her feel like,
you know whatever you're saying-
after all
Mixed
this
signals,
thing
You know
that
whatever you're saying,
you're still
whatever
giving me
you are
green
saying
light.
now, you are
You're still
justifying
giving me
whatever
green light.
Perry did.
No,
Whatever you're
I'm not
no, that's
justifying
what
the
you're
thing.
doing. You're
I'm just
justifying.
trying to say that
no,
it
that's
is
what you're
wrong.
doing, and I want to tell you that it's wrong.
No,
because when Akorfa's
I'm
own
not
came, we all
justifying.
no, when
No.
Akorfa's own came,
Do
we all
you-
said Akorfa was bad.
Let's move from the conversation. Do you still think Perry has something for Akorfa?
There's nothing there, but the thing is, he just feel bad for
Wait.
Akorfa.
Yeah.
The
Wait.
And it
state
just
he has
cares.
played-
That's all.
Wait.
he has
He has played-
Which
Yeah.
battle?
Let's
Akorfa's
relax
wait.
for him.
You
Let's
get me?
relax.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say.
So
because
you genuinely feel like there's nothing there for
there's nothing there. There's
Wait.
nothing there. There's nothing there.
My God.
There's nothing there.
Akorfa?
I actually feel there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just that he just cares. And he doesn't just want the person to just get hurt. Yeah, but there's nothing there. Because yesterday he had a conversation
so
with
funny.
Adra Black, and Adra Black, you still like.
Yeah, he said-
And he
he
said,
said
no.
no.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want to go back again. So you could see that he's done. He just wants to move on with Condom. But he doesn't want Akorfa to have it in her mind that, he doesn't want to be the reason why Akorfa is going through. Do you understand? But it's something that is. It has happened.
So he should be kissing Akorfa anytime, at any point.
So Akorfa should also be
point.
kissing Perry at any time.
Akorfa is alone. Akorfa can do anything
Wait,
at
wait,
this
wait.
moment.
And do anything
I
at
have a
which
question.
point. Then you're selling
Emotionally,
yourself as a
not
cheap. Yeah, no.
That's what you're trying to say.
No.
That's what you're trying to say.
If
now.
you're saying
a
she's
question.
alone,
That's-
you're saying she's
then
alone,
that's
so
what
she
you're
has to be
trying-
moving
that's
to
what
everybody.
you're
It's
trying
not-
to say.
if you are going by the emotional thing, so
Yeah,
you are
no,
booed up, you are
She's
booed
alone.
up.
Wait. She's alone.
Perry says.
No,
Perry
she's
says-
alone, so she should be moving from
With
one place to
whatever Perry
another.
is saying,
No.
he's
I want to
emotionally
listen to
attached
her.
to Condon now. With Akorfa and Blanco, you know they are just doing this for game. You know they are not attached. They've said it. Akorfa has said it. Perry has Akorfa has said it. Blanco has said it. So with them, they are just there. Because there's no option, there's nothing there. They have no option than to pair. So they are just pairing for pairing's sake. You get it? So if Akorfa wants to move to somebody, she thinks now I like the person because there's a saying that at the end of one summer, you don't really cherish it
Unless
until
you lose it.
so that's Akorfa's situation now. So she didn't really cherish Perry because at that point, you know, if you said there's nobody there, it was just her. Until Perry will chase her. Now that she knows that there's somebody there and then there's a competition, now she's worried. So I feel like she kind of liked Perry, but she thought, okay.
She was starting
There was
to.
yes, there's nobody there. You get me? So I mean, the girl let the boy chase me, kind of thing. So if you are telling me Akorfa is being cheap, no, Akorfa is not being cheap.
I didn't use the word
you
cheap.
didn't.
No,
I
I think
didn't.
you said
No,
that
no,
she's
no,
selling
no.
herself.
I didn't use the word
Somebody
cheap.
selling herself and cheap is the same thing. Well,
No.
you said, let me use the word you said. She's selling herself. She's not selling herself because Akorfa is not emotionally attached to Blanco. Perry says she likes Condom. You like somebody and you're going back to kiss somebody you're claiming. According to you, Perry says he doesn't like Akorfa again. What are you telling me? You're being biased here.
I'm not being biased.
That's what you're doing.
You're telling me that
Because the
Akorfa
person
is
your
single.
fave.
No, you're telling me Akorfa is single.
Let's
So
say-
if Akorfa is
Because
single,
he's single.
so she
She's
can
just
be moving to
pairing.
Perry.
She's single. She's just pairing for Perry's sake. There's no option. She's
No,
single.
you're
Let's move
confusing
the
us
You
conversation.
are
here.
confusing yourself.
Let's move the
Because
conversation.
Perry-
Let's move
You are
the
convincing
conversation.
us.
You are
honestly.
confusing yourself.
Next time when we come, you sit here. You
Still, she's confusing herself.
You move here.
Now, I actually have a question.
Ask.
Before, what's the name? Perry gave the rose to Condon.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen Perry and Akorfa kissing?
They said they kissed, just like Adria Black said, Ohiriba kissed me. We never saw the kiss.
No. Akorfa herself said that they don't even kiss.
See,
They only do. I
hey,
heard that
please,
conversation
it's
very
okay.
well.
What was the question you asked? You said how many times have I
did
seen after condom or before?
No, before
Before.
condom.
So when I said something right now that
Yeah.
Akorfa felt like Eyeminkwa and Amaka will feel at this moment. Perry has no option. So
So
let
she
me
took
allow.
advantage.
Yes, she took advantage. So now that the thing has left her hand, no, she's okay. Oh, then I like this guy. This guy was good though. If I had stayed, so you see that kind of thing. So she's trying in a way like being the hard
Gather
girl.
evidence.
I don't want to chase, but let me just that kind of thing to get him back. You know, Akorfa and Blanco, there's nothing there. They are just paying for Perry's sake. So she's not selling herself. She's rather going for something she thought she didn't like, but now she sees that, oh, I like this person.
So you
let me
support the
just-
motion that she should still go for
It's
Perry?
not like I'm supporting.
So
I am saying that whatever you are saying here is wrong.
No,
because
you
it's your
can't
faith.
tell me
You are
what
being
I'm saying.
biased.
No,
You're
you
just
can't
being
tell me
biased
what I'm
because
saying
Perry
is
is your
wrong.
faith.
Wait, Nanama. So you still think Perry and Akorfa?
That's why I was disappointed when you went to give your rose to Condon and then you passed by because you all are saying you believe there was a case. I am saying I don't believe there was a case, but you all are saying you believe there was a case. I didn't see, so there weren't a case, but you said you believe it.
Even
So-
after both of them confirming there was a
so
case.
good.
Yeah.
They confirmed that there was a case. So I am not disappointed at Akorfa because Akorfa is trying to get what he thinks she likes.
Okay.
Akorfa is not emotionally attached
Perry
to
should have
anybody.
been smarter about the
Good,
situation.
good.
That is
That is
your
the
point.
point I'm trying to make.
Now
So-
let's move to Condo. This is very interesting. Let's move to Condo. Do you think with everything that has happened right now, Perry is about to set strict boundaries if Condon lets everything go now?
no,
That's a very difficult.
No, I don't
situation
trust
to
Perry.
be.
I'll come to you for that.
Nobody would like to be in condom shoes at the moment because the fact that you gave me your flower, your rose, and then going around kissing somebody you had a thing with is a very disrespectful
Yeah.
situation to
He
be
established
at.
that himself. He said
Yes.
he was that was very disrespectful.
Yeah, so to me personally, I'll be very shocked to see Condon and Perry being
Back together.
as how they used to.
You feel Condon is not going to forgive him?
I said it would be very difficult.
Okay. But
Yeah.
if should Condon let this go, you think Perry is not going to set strict boundaries?
Of
I'm
course,
sure.
he has to.
I'm sure.
You sure?
Yeah.
He has to.
He has to.
He has to set boundaries to make things clear now. Do you understand? He should know what to do at this point and what not to do at this point. Because if he goes back to his old ways again, it wouldn't look nice. Yeah.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
For someone that is playing a game, no, I don't think he will set boundaries. And with Condon, I think Condon would have no choice because there are no housemates now. So she would have no choice than to be with. So she would just be with him for just let me be with him
I'm
for
not going
being
to
sick.
side with you because I think
You don't have to side with me. I'm saying my thing.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, come on.
Condon made it clear if it's because of this situation
That she
that
will have
she
to
will-
go home.
yes, she will.
She's ready to go home.
She can say that she was angry, right? So she was angry. She can say anything at all. But she would think about it again. She will rethink. That is if she was given a task to just come and then just distract ships and then go home. That's when she would just have to stay. But if she clearly came to play a game, she would just stay. She will not just go.
Let me play the devil's advocate. Should a new housemate be introduced, how is the dynamics in the house going to be like?
It's going
I
to
still
change.
think your Perry is still going to move funny.
No, I'm talking if it's a guy.
It's going to change.
If it's a guy,
It will depend on the guy. The guy has to do the work. But right now, I feel like everybody is just trying to play safe now. Nobody is willing to risk
you don't
anything.
think Aquafar is going to go in?
Akorfa. Akorfa right
Or
now.
even Condon, if
right,
Condon is still not over this whole Perry issue.
right now, I can't even read Akorfa anymore. I can't read her anymore.
It's the fact that both of them have become so unreadable. You cannot even detect
I don't
what
know
is up their
because
sleeves.
all I know is Akorfa doesn't like Blanco. They are just there because they
Yeah.
have to pay. It's an emergency something. So I don't know what happened. But if a man enters and the person is fine, why not? I think she would just move to the person.
You don't see Condon potentially move if she doesn't get over all these things.
Condon says she doesn't rush you. Or no, you'll be a better together. If you are someone like that, you always lose. You don't want to move forward and you want
You
to
thought
relax
she was losing until only her eyes caused drama in
About this
the
new
house.
housemate, I will wait and see how this week's eviction will go before I can.
I mean, the eviction will also tell us.
yeah,
the
will tell
dynamic.
us who would go and who would come in and who would do whatever. So,
Blanco is the Kwame of last season.
so I'm trying to see who
Because-
would, so that we know. But if Akorfa gets to stay in the house and a new house, I don't think a new housemate will come now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think a new housemate will come now. Just think maybe they will just have to be managing themselves
other.
like that. Yeah. So
We'll have more secret kisses.
Yeah.
What would be your take on that?
That
as
I
well?
know
The
it will
dynamic.
happen.
Oh, personally, for me, the dynamic will obviously change. Yeah, because I think if Condon is to accept Perry
Sorry.
back, I think he's just going to be there. Yeah, just
Yes. Yeah.
there. If a new guy comes in, I think Condon can.
Yeah.
Can
switch.
switch.
Yeah.
And Akorfa too can also switch.
Yes.
Because he's
It's
also just there
possible.
with Blanco. Yeah. So if a new housemate come, obviously the dynamics will change.
Yes. One thing I also
So
want
Perry
us
will be
to
switching.
one thing I want to also highlight was Ohiniba's role in this whole Kiki Saturn situation.
I like the fact that he sat Perry down to understand the whole thing. That one, big ups to Ohiniba for that. Let us get to know like what exactly happened.
transpired.
So that was how it started for us to get to know that this happened. So at least Ohiniba did well for like.
I still think he's still doing well. And
he's still doing
shows
well.
that he's being the one there for Perry.
Yeah.
And I'm happy Perry has also acknowledged that particular.
I like the
thing.
bromance between those
And
two.
I didn't
see that.
Ohiniba has also been in a similar situation.
That's
Yeah.
So it's like, I've been there,
Yeah,
so I
so
know how it feels to be there.
Yeah,
So I'm the best person to advise you on that.
But he's doing well though.
Yeah. Moments ago, he was still talking to Condon, telling Condon how she needs to forgive Perry because the boy is sorry. And ever since she came into the house, or they became together, they've all seen a part of Perry they've never seen before.
Oh, but that's true.
Yes, we
We've
all
all
saw
saw
it.
it. Yeah. we also have seen it.
So it's like he's coming out from whatever he until all these things that happened. And I honestly feel that with everything that has happened, if you don't take time, the boy is going to go back to that
Old Perry.
old
Hey.
Perry again.
You should go.
At this point, Perry is carrying the whole world on his head.
Because you paired with somebody who brought the best in you, and then you go back to kiss somebody who brought the worst in you. It doesn't make sense.
That's actually a bar.
That was fast.
That's bar. That's bar. But what's your prediction for the weekend? Friday we have Friday night party.
I think after the Friday night party, a lot of things will happen again.
Again,
And
yeah,
they
because
will
Be
again,
careful.
yeah.
Look, before we even start with the predictions,
Wait, we forgot something.
Yes,
One
which
thing-
I forgot something.
one thing I want to say is that Perry ideally doesn't take alcohol. What happened that night?
Because that's him. Like Condom brings this bright.
Condom is a
shiny,
bad,
lively,
you know. But we
boy,
are forgetting
Perry, like,
something. We
I
are
am
forgetting
sure if
something.
If he hadn't drink, all these things
And
wouldn't
Aquafar
have
is the
happened.
person.
Yeah.
Aquafar
And he
is-
was in
don't
the
drink
mood.
alcohol.
He was in
He
the
was
mood.
in the mood because
Don't
you
drink
could see that
alcohol.
on
You
that
know that
Friday he
thing.
was on a different level.
Yes,
He was
exactly.
Was happy.
that was Perry we were
dancing.
seeing.
And then you
Yeah,
go back to
uh-huh.
kiss somebody. Why?
It was tips.
The alcohol goes there.
No, but we are forgetting
What
something.
do you want to say?
There was a new housemate introduced. Kojo
Kojo
Black.
J.
Hey, Kojo J.
Kojo J is
And
bonding.
Kojo Black.
Is bonding.
Kojo Black.
And we've seen the
Monday.
the Rashida switch from
That girl
from
too.
Ajwa Black
Black.
to
Yeah, you know,
Just 2 hours.
last week, she was
There was less
calling
than 2
someone
hours.
Rashida
Rashida.
for moving quickly to.
but not less
Yeah.
than 2 hours. She had Rashided.
She was scared Aquafar will
Rashida.
Aquafar will bypass. She's a bad friend.
She's a bad friend.
She's a bad
Don't you think
friend.
she's also a gamer?
No.
In as much as
everybody
they are
is
friends,
playing a
Yeah,
game.
she's
though.
a gamer, but
Exactly.
And I
what
had-
she did to her brother, her sister was not nice.
Why she should be there for Akorfa to come and take?
But you see, you claim you are sisters, so you are sisters, and you know your sister was just dumped
No,
on
no,
stage,
no, this
and this
one-
introduction was for your sister. You were already with your grandpa, your
he has rejected
Blanco.
grandpa's flower.
So at least the reason she gave on stage was that Blanco is not giving her that attention
There's
or that
no spark.
So do you know what? Just
I sat here to say the same
so
thing.
just take this flower and what? Just go and talk your things out because you guys know yourselves already, and you leave the new
There's
person
nothing
for
there.
for this person for
Oh.
your sister, but you just Rashided.
But they are
And
bonding well, if you ask me.
Yes, that was so fast.
Then that was so fast.
That was so fast.
But
But no,
everybody
that was
deserves
wicked.
love.
I think
Yeah.
Ajwa Black.
Everybody deserves love.
Everybody deserves
I
love,
think Ajwa
actually.
Black. No, she likes nice faces, nice guys
that's a
like
talent for
me. I like a nice face.
So
yeah.
face before the character.
I think so. I think that's her.
No, but that was so fast. Come on. But the
Yeah.
Kojojo, hey, that guy too is he's also nice.
Yes,
Oh
it's
yeah,
very
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's nice.
yeah.
The camera didn't do justice.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
That's the
let's continue. I think it was what he was wearing on the live show.
Even the face, the camera didn't do justice.
Hey, the camera cannot put filter.
The
now.
intro, yes.
But what's your prediction for the weekend? The Friday night party you
I
mentioned.
know after the Friday night party, a lot will be out because they will all claim they were tipsy, but we are still,
this excuse.
yeah, we're still up for it. Yeah.
Then the Saturday.
Saturday
live
live show, I can't really tell what will happen. I don't know whether there's going to be an eviction. There's going to be a
There's
Oh,
definitely an
obviously,
eviction.
There's definitely
Oh,
going to be
okay,
an
then.
eviction because
we are up
That's
for
what
it.
I'm saying.
We want to know who will be out. Yeah.
let me be mischievous. let me be mischievous. What happens if Adra and Kojoji leaves? What happens to Akorfa?
Say cheese, take a
But
picture.
Ajo and Kojojo,
Kojoji,
leaves. Ajo and Kojojo leaves.
Yeah.
What happens to her?
Akorfa.
I think she will mellow.
Yeah, her
She'll
energy
come
is
back to
down.
herself.
Yeah.
I think she will mellow.
But she has
She has
Blanco.
no supporter
She has
now.
Blanco.
She has Blanco.
Okay.
She has
and
Blanco
if it
power.
happens
And she has
vice
Naya.
versa,
Larissa too. Larissa.
Yeah.
if she happens vice versa as well.
But Van Dijk is getting paid with that thing. Oh.
With who?
Akorfa
When Akorfa
involving
always
them in their,
calling
in their-
Larissa.
Van Dijk, you're about to get a pace right now.
My friend.
He's getting fed up with
But
that.
yes, your prediction now.
She too is there to play a game to win.
So
and
the
you
Friday
people are
pool
distracting.
party, I'm expecting a lot of things. Like they're just going to be tipsy. So I just want to see how things will play out. Everybody with their pairs and some people without no pairs. I want to see how Blanco is going to mingle with the others. Aquafar, who
He's
is she
going
going
to
to?
be the
Blanco will do solo again this week.
Yeah, and Friday, Saturday, I want to. There's this thing that is I've been seeing, but I don't know how true it is. I want AJ to just question Ja for me because we've been seeing of late he's been giving some touchy things to Akorfa.
Akorfa, yeah.
Yeah, and it seems Kiki.
I'm waiting to see how that blossoms.
Yeah, I want to know the exact thing that going
on.
on between those two because those touches are not coming from nowhere. So we just need to see what is going to happen. And so the eviction, I think I drop Black and Kojoji might be leaving, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know how many are going to leave, but let's see.
That'll be a prediction for who should get evicted. We want Adra to leave the house this weekend.
What is she doing there? Nothing.
If Aja leaves there, she's going to live with Kojo, and it wouldn't be fair because Kojo just entered the house.
Well, it's
He
not
didn't
the game itself is not fair. It's
Nah,
not a fair
so-
game. The game is not
But
fair.
if
to
two
anyone.
I would
housemates,
love
but
Adra
if
to
two
leave.
couples are going to leave, then
that is going to be very
then
mega.
it's going to be maybe Aja Black and Kojoji, then
Akorfa and Blanco.
Akorfa and Blanco.
Big Mama will do her thing again. Big Mama
Yeah.
will never let
Aquafar
Akorfa or
go.
Blanco leave.
Well, what's your prediction as well?
I've said it.
You want?
Aja Black out.
I'm looking forward to the Friday night party. And when I say the Friday, I'm just looking forward to Kiki because
she's the life of the
she's the
party
life of
after
the party.
Candy.
You know,
Yeah.
I like to see that.
Those things.
Yeah.
But you know that energy between Perry and then Condon is not going to
Repeat
reflect-
itself on this Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
everybody admits it's off.
So
I'm even scared for them for their.
But don't you think Kondo wants to switch?
The tax.
the task? I'm
Yeah.
concerned
Kondo
for-
wants to switch.
who wouldn't want to switch? This is a disgrace because she watched how this girl continuously disrespected you. You said it yourself. You
But
said
even
it,
not
you
that,
saw it on TV.
we already know
And then she
Condon's
picked-
spec is
Condon's
not
spec,
Perry.
yes.
I
For-
know, but
for-
she didn't want to accept Perry, and then she finally did. And then
But
you go about disrespect
I
her.
still feel there's someone in the house that's she's kind of giving an
As
eye
well,
to.
Henneba-
Dijk.
It's
we
Van
know-
Dijk.
no,
No, it's not Henneba, it's Van
Van
Dijk.
Dijk.
It's Van
Thank
Dijk.
you.
It's
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
She said
It's
Van
Van
Dijk
Dijk.
is fair. She says she
No,
likes a dark
it's Van
tall
Dijk.
guy.
What is?
Her intro says dark tall.
It's Van Dijk.
Unless Van Dijk is tall.
I will
Unless-
say-
Van Dijk
unless-
is tall.
I will
Unless he's
say-
dark.
I will
He's
say
not
on
dark.
this
He's
same
not
show.
dark.
I will
She's
say on
giving-
this same show that
It's Van Dijk.
It's
dark.
Van Dijk.
women
Van
will
Dijk.
always compromise.
Yeah, it's Van Dijk.
Well,
You will always compromise.
Yes,
But-
it's Van Dijk.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that and also the Saturday live show. I don't know how it's going to go. If multiple couples are going to be evicted, I'll be happy because they are too much in the house. The food
Yeah,
is
the food is always
insufficient.
becoming hard.
They should
Yeah.
leave. New people should come and spice things up because honestly, they are too comfortable.
Yeah.
So if distractions don't come in, they are still going to be like
Big
that.
Mama,
and
some
Some people
Stab
are already
them.
married in the house.
Big Mama
so-
should
So
stab
yeah.
them.
people
You
are
should
married.
stab them.
It doesn't make sense.
Me, I
People
don't
need
like
to
that
go.
married thing. It's boring
People
me now.
need to go. Yes, we'll see what Big Mama has up on her sleeves on
This weekend.
This weekend, and
Even though their
especially
kisses are nice,
on
but
Saturday.
Charlie.
But I look forward to more scandals in the house as well. We need more scandals, kisses. We need more because that's just the way we get the show. We give the show talkability. But thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe to the Xtra. My name is Malice Kellen. I've been doing this with the board members here, unofficial board members. We'll be back next week. Make sure you like and comment because I'll be reading them next time. Bye.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.